Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. Last time we cornered the criminal, which is, well, Emma.
Emma, what the fuck?
It sure, yeah. Emma, what the hell?
How do you feel about that, by the way?
I mean, it is as I have expected. I am hoping for a good explanation in terms of motive. It doesn't need to be understandable, but I want it to be juicy.
Yeah, I will go into that whenever they talk about it, because I have thoughts about this case. There's a reason it's not my favorite, but anyway, we're just gonna go in.
I just hope that Emma is gonna, stop crying. Please.
Yes, the victim mentality card. Yeah. So delicious. Those characters totally don't aggravate me at all. Anyway, let's just get into this.
Let's resume.
Gotta give kudos to the performance though. Performance is good.
Has anybody here ever visited Kokoto with Emma?
Yep. I am so proud of my how could you call this? The ability to read the story and be like, ah, yes, wouldn't it be fun if that character is the murderer, and then it turns out I'm right. It's always fun when that happens.
I love that feeling too. It's really good. It's really good where like, ah, yes, I sussed you, you bitch. That's how I felt whenever I ID'd Ash Bradley, like, as soon as he popped on screen. I'm sorry, I will always gloat about that, because so many people are like, oh man, Ash surprised me. No. When that bitch popped on screen, I looked at his eyes, I looked at his expression, I was like, I don't fucking trust you. As far as I can throw your twink ass, it's not happening. And I was right.
Honestly, same in a way, but also I was like, I wanted to believe in him. I wanted to believe in him. I scared
I didn't. I was like, I don't trust you. You were sus as hell.
I was
and
like,
just everything he did was even sussier. Anyway, that aside.
So I wasn't surprised, but I was mad.
Huh? Oh, that's...
Welp.
I thought not. And the reason why? Because it's impossible. As we've agreed, the bed-ridden Kokoto was none other than Emma.
I still really like this twist.
Yeah, it's really it's kind of clever in a way, because like then it answers everything. Like, was there actually a disease? No, it was just Emma masquerading as Kokoro, and then just she can't get up because then you'd notice the height difference.
Yep.
If Emma ever came to visit, the bed would be empty.
What are you talking about, Sora? I definitely visited Kokoro's room.
The gaslighting. Okay.
You two remember, don't you?
Yeah, when she was already dead. You know? When you were already
Yeah, and also
ready.
the door never opened. Door never opened. Never saw Kokoro and Emma in the same place at the same time.
I've definitely gone there with Emma before.
Yep.
Yuki, use your brain.
Come on, where did you leave it? You had one before, you know?
Did he? Debatable.
He has the protag powers of the first game.
Does he here? I don't know.
No. No, he doesn't, but that begs the question, where did you leave it, Yuki? In the rubble?
As she was leaving the dining hall, I caught up with her and suggested she join us.
But did Kokoro open the door when you arrived?
Thank you.
Thank you, Kanade,
No.
for being...
That was yesterday evening. The first time Kokoro didn't open the door for us.
For being one of the few characters on this cast in this trial with brain cells. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway,
Yep.
I just wanted Yuki to stop fucking talking first.
After all, how could Kokoro open the door while Emma was outside the very same door?
Yep.
Ironic, isn't it, Emma? What Yuki just said makes you even more suspicious. You always claimed to have no appetite, so you could sneak out of the dining hall and eat your meals as Kokoto. And as a result, you never sat with Kokoto during one of her meals.
Wow, you sure did care for her, Emma. A grand total of 0 visits for your sick best friend.
That's what I
Thank
was
you for the
talking about.
snark. Thank you for the snark, Nikkei. But yeah, no, you made this point. I was just waiting for him to say it.
Hmm.
Didn't even visit her once.
He's such a snarky little shit. I like him
Yeah.
sometimes. He's a little fuck.
More like she couldn't.
Yeah.
Perhaps Mr. Maeda's suggestion caught her off guard. She certainly did seem in a hurry to leave that evening.
It's over, Emma. There's nowhere to run. Finally given up? Good. It's time for your curtain call. Let's summarize the case once again and expose your crime.
Yeah. It's been some time.
It's the pictures again.
Hmm.
I think I remember enough to where it's not gonna be a big deal, but God, if this were case 3, I would cry because that case hurts my brain.
Hmm.
It's Ha's favorite, but it hurts my fucking brain.
I am looking forward to it.
I think you'll like that case. I think you'll like it a lot.
Breaking the 3rd chapter curse?
It's okay. The 3rd case like really makes you think. And it does all of these weird backflips that you're not expecting.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's fucking nutty. Anyway.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's still voiced this time.
Yeah. Trial 3? We're gonna have to voice that entire monster ourselves.
Alright.
It's a concert. These are so small. I didn't, like, blow up my screen like I'm supposed to. It was my own fault, so let me do that. Okay,
Painted
now I have large
Kokoro.
screen. Okay. Okay, so it would definitely be the concert first.
Yeah.
Probably her fainting, then the swiped keycard.
Alright.
I meant to switch the bottom two, I think, but you can try it doing it this way.
Let's
Maybe?
see.
I don't know. Okay, so that was correct.
Ah.
Kokoro in the fridge.
Everyone else was sleeping. They went to Kokoro's room. That wasn't what I intended to do.
Oops. Wonder which one that was. Hold on. Are you able to scroll up or no? Nah.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh well. Just gotta do something and then go X.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think it's... Yeah, that one... Like the, I think it's the sneak to the room, pop Kokoro in... Well, no, you would have to remove her hands first, wouldn't you? Yeah, okay. Investigate that one? Is that the instant freeze? Yeah, okay. I think it's sneaks to the room, cuts off her hands, instant, puts Kokoro in there, and then instant freeze.
Let's see.
Think so, anyway.
Yep.
Yeah! God, 6 pages of this. Alright.
To cover up stealing a wig, they destroyed the Yuki Onna. To cover the entire scene with dry ice. To help prepare the disguise, they snuck out of the monocruise at night. Chose the appropriate wig. Okay, so sneaking out.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Choosing wig.
I'm wondering if it's break the Yuki Onna statue first, or if it's choosing the wig first.
Also, somehow it feels more natural to cover it up after the fact, but of course you could do it either
Yeah.
way.
Let's try that the way you're suggesting first.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh man, because I have to pick A all the time, my avatar looks angry.
It's your thinking face. It's fine.
Yeah, it's so mad.
So mad.
This guy's Kokoro, they used the diagnosis. Abnormality. This morning came, they returned to the balcony and retrieved the evidence. Send a request to show by asking for... I think this one, returning.
Yeah, I think so.
Then they asked for Shobai. But, which one first? I think, yeah, it should be Shobai
I think it's
notice
diagnosis
first.
and then an abnormality.
How was it again?
Because I'm trying to remember how the order of events played out in that
Yeah.
scene. God.
Guess we
This
can...
scene is I don't know why. It's this case that's always fuzzy to me. I don't know why I redact it. Maybe I just get bored by it. I'm not sure.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so one of these is wrong.
I would assume that the mistake happened before. And like this. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty. Yeah. Body was discovered.
Body discovery.
You still
The
have
icicles.
dying message. For several days without noticing the disguise. Oh no. When the heck did this even happen? Can we even tell?
Let's investigate the other panels first. Okay, I think the dying message is before that
Yeah.
panel. Okay. Okay, so... fuck. Alright, there's another page after this, so we might be using one or two of these on the next page. I think it is they visited her for several days.
Then the dying
dying message, and then the other icicles, and then froze to death. I think.
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Honestly, I think maybe the visiting happens later also. Because we really have no idea when, actually.
Yeah, no, you're right, it might. Yeah. Maybe? Because she had been frozen for a long time.
And we also need 4.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Examine the one you're on and then the icicles by themselves again. I want to see the difference between those two and how they're phrased. While being frozen, Kokoro used the last of her strength to leave a dying message. Okay, and then the last one is left a dying message made with icicles. These are both worded the same way.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the visiting did happen later.
But I must say...
That one I definitely don't think is used on this page.
Yeah, This one also not. But we do need 4, so we would need it. But it could
Yeah, I know.
come in the first one or in a later one. Since we don't know exactly when.
Yeah.
This wasn't too well thought out.
No.
Maybe we could try it as the last one?
Sure.
Alright. So she is fiddling with the icicles, left a dying message, died, and everyone was still being deceived. Nope.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Then I don't know anymore.
The worst part is I can't look it up either, and it's also been like 4 weeks since we recorded.
Or do some of these panels, are they not used at all?
No, every slot gets a panel. I know that.
Yeah, then we have to use the visiting thing now. Or, yeah, we do have to use it now because I think this one... Yeah, this cannot happen before.
Yeah, that's my thing.
It simply cannot. Same goes for this one. Since we have to use 4, we have to use the visiting one. What do they want from us? Alrighty, so... It is visiting, freezing to death, and then dying message. For some ungodly reason.
I'm sorry, but the phrasing on that second slide could be much better.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Last one.
Alright. We've already used that slide, so it's definitely not that one. Okay.
This one is last. This one is second to last.
I'd say the limb removal first. Like yeah, that one. I'd say that one first.
Then the nitrogen?
I think it's the dry ice, the nitrogen label, and then the body discovery.
It does say that after everything had been prepared.
Oh god, sure. Why do they phrase shit this way? I guess it's to make sure you don't mix up the two. Why didn't you do that on the last slides, brothers? Alright, whatever. Try that.
Let's see. Meh.
Nope, okay. So she gave me this one too. Barrel is first. This is some bullshit. Barrel is first, then it's the chopped off hands and feet. Dry ice, and then Yuki and Sora. What kind of bullshit? Anyway, whatever. This case is done. Goodbye. Whatever, Emma. I hate your case.
It's...
This all started back during the performance Setsuka suggested. At some point during the performance, Kokoro suddenly collapsed. The culprit was the first to check her temperature, describing it as scorching hot, to make us believe she'd fallen ill to some disease, while in reality, the killer had likely attacked Kokoro during the noise and excitement of the concert. We immediately brought Kokoro into her room. We used her finger to gain access to her e-handbook plus. The e-handbook pluses can only be turned on by its owner's fingerprint. The killer made note of this in their plan. Feigning concern over Kokoro, the killer made sure to leave her room last. They needed to do this in order to subtly steal Kokoro's e-handbook plus. As soon as nighttime arrived, the culprit returned to the scene after making sure everyone else was asleep. Since the e-handbook plus's power was still on, they were able to re-enter her room. Knowing they wouldn't be interrupted at night, the culprit began their preparations. First, they tied up Kokoro and then cut off her fingertip. They needed this in order to have permanent access to her e-handbook plus.
You.
Once the bleeding had
Damn.
stopped, they stuffed Kokoro into the refrigerator. By removing all of the refrigerator's dividers, there was just enough space to store her body in. After placing her body inside, they set the refrigerator's output as instant freeze, with the intent to freeze Kokoro to death. Next came the disguise preparation. The disguise was the most crucial element to this murder, as they wanted it to seem as if Kokoro was alive for longer than she was.
You know what would have been funny? If someone tried to get like a drink during one of the Kokoro visits.
Oh my god.
Why is this set on instant freeze?
Yeah. Like, what is this about, I wonder? This is sussy.
They stole the clothes Kokoro had been wearing, then set out to find a wig that emulated her hair. Fortunately for our killer, they'd taken note of the dressing room in the museum and planned to use it to their advantage. Naturally, people would be concerned over Kokoro, so the disguise had to be ready by the next morning, but the Monocruise had already closed its gates for the night. This left the killer with no choice but to create a makeshift rope and climb down the Monocruise from the 4th floor's balcony. Upon arriving at the museum, they took a wig that resembled Kokoro's hair from the dressing room. However, this would create a discrepancy with the dressing room's item list. So to accommodate for this, they destroyed the Yuki Onna statue and planted its hair in the wig's place.
I must say, it was very careful to consider the item list. However, like...
I was about to comment on this, actually. I think the only reason she knew to do this was because she's been hanging around Teria a decent amount.
Yeah.
Because of how much that Teria used to, like, be requested to hang around Kokoro. So I think she took that into account and, like, I don't know, did some digging with him to figure that out. Otherwise, I don't know how she would have, like, known to do this.
It's also interesting compared to, like, the rest of the case, because it's very daring.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very, very daring. Like I said, just gotta want a cold drink from the fridge and it's ruined.
Yeah,
I would have been super nervous. I would have been too nervous to pull this off.
Yeah, this case is something.
But it's also the same for like Hajime, so maybe if Emma is also a void, then maybe it's just a void thing to be so weirdly daring.
I don't know. I had a comment, but I stopped myself.
Not only did it fix the discrepancy, but also made some fear the curse of the awakened Yuki Onna. Considering the body's state when we discovered it, the implications of the curse
This was kind
increased.
of a good call. Pull on the more naive of the cast, because then it had the more level-headed ones focus on calming them down and not thinking too hard about, well, who did this?
And then there's Kanade, who's just like, why the fuck are you believing this?
She's too smart for her own good.
Making quick work to remove the evidence at the balcony. They also used Kokoro's e-handbook plus to send a request to Shobai. I was attacked by a void. I want to expose the void who attacked me, so please make a fraudulent examination for my safety. Finally, deliver said fraudulent examination to anyone who asks. That was the request. Dr. Grumpy accepted this request, but began noticing something was off while talking with the disguised culprit.
Dr.
I don't
Grumpy.
remember what they call him in Kai's translation, but I know it was not this.
Dr. Grumpy.
This just makes me giggle a bit because this is such a sanitized way to talk about Shobai considering how he is.
It's
anyway,
cutesy.
It is so cutesy. Like, Sora, what are you doing?
They made sure to remain silent even in front of Shobai himself. contradicting the killer's note of Kokoro having a fever the previous night. Perhaps he was able to deduce the killer based on these two inconsistencies. Either way, his false examination made us believe that Kokoro had begun to suffer from a disease. With us taking the bait, the killer no longer had to worry about the two biggest issues with their disguise: the height and the voice. The phony paralysis also allowed the culprit to request we bring them meals at 3 specific times a day. That was done to reduce the risk of an unexpected situation, and to ensure they were in disguise for 3 set times.
Yep.
In an attempt to appear less suspicious, the culprit themselves faked a loss of appetite.
It did not work.
No, we're a bit too smart for that.
To provide ample time to disguise as Kokoro and eat her meal instead. And while effective at first, this ironically made them look more suspicious in the long run.
Yep.
Over the next few days, we continued to bring Kokoro her meals, unaware of the one beneath the disguise. We all continued to believe that, while unwell, Kokoro was still alive. But the horrid truth was that the real Kokoro Mitsume was slowly freezing to death in the refrigerator. Right before she perished, though, she used the last of her strength to leave a dying message. She broke 8 icicles that were created by the instant freeze mode, proceeding to carve F on the front and O on the back with her nail. Then, on the last icicle, she carved I instead of O, and penetrated the longest icicle through the I icicle to complete the message.
Why not just write Emma? But oh well.
I think it might have to do with the fact that she was freezing. Like that, like she had a hard time moving her fingers. Whatever.
There are 8 icicles with the letter F, and conveniently also 8 females. That would mean the tallest girl among all females was the one who killed Kokoro. After all, the culprit was indeed the tallest among the females. Without the dying message, we never would have been able to pinpoint the culprit. Eventually, the real Kokoro Mitsume finally died, leaving the culprit with no further reason to keep up the act. That night, the culprit grabbed a pack of dry ice and an empty oil drum the following morning with the intent to complete their crime. By slapping a liquid nitrogen label into the drum, we don't make the mistake of assuming Kokoro had been frozen via the nitrogen, not the refrigerator. There was also the issue of Kokoro's missing fingertip. Had only that been missing, we'd have caught on much sooner. So to cover the tracks, the culprit cut off both her hands and feet. Not only did this work in their favor, but again, it brought more suspicion onto the Yukiona's curse. Finally, all that was left to do was cover the room and body in dry ice to force the body to melt at a much slower rate before fleeing the scene. The rest was like clockwork. Over time, we'd become suspicious that Kokoro wasn't answering her door, causing us to eventually discover the body. The culprit was incredibly cunning and careful. If it weren't for Kokoro's dying message, they may very well have gotten away with the crime. Perhaps this was karma for pretending to care deeply for her.
I kinda hope that she wasn't just pretending, but we'll see.
We will see.
The monster who had us all fooled. The one who murdered Kokoro. It can be no one but you, Emma Magarobi.
Yeah, there she is.
This is a nicer look on her than Tears.
Yeah, it is. Yay, this trial's done.
No one but you? You said no one but you?
Again, a much better look than Tears.
It's a failure then. So be it.
But yeah. Possibility of her being a void, very high.
Yeah, we'll see.
Whee!
Wow! Yay! Yay, crows!
Most importantly.
Oh, thank God! Give us money! Give us more money.
Yes.
Thank God. Yeah, the higher the rank, the better the crows. Fuck yeah.
It seems you have all finally reached a conclusion. Just like the last trial, you only get one attempt at voting. Think carefully before you decide. Now, let us see if you have chosen wisely or poorly. Ladies and gentlemen, use the panel in front of you to vote for who you believe to be the culprit. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What is it going to be?
Monocrow, this isn't even like a challenge anymore.
No, I know, but he's just let him be plump and cute so I can pick him up and shake him. That's just what he's there for, I promise. Just sit there and look cute and not remotely intimidating whatsoever. I adore Mr. Monocrow, my boy.
Yes. Very squishable, very deep voice.
Yeah.
Congratulations!
That's right. Miss Emma Magarobi is the culprit of this murder case. A rightful verdict indeed.
I must say, I'm impressed.
I must say that your performance was splendid.
No way.
Emma!
Fuck!
Darn it.
He had got the right answer. Emma was the killer. He had already worked it out during the class trial. Everyone must have voted for her with confidence. But even so, knowing the answer beforehand didn't make this any less of a shock. Having to accept that one of your classmates committed murder?
Why? Just why? You were close friends with Kokoro. Why did you kill her, Emma?
Idiot.
Why do you think she did it when there's only one possible reason?
That's why.
It's 'cause she's a void. You're a void, aren't you, Emmy? Well...
Well...
Come
on, girly pop. You gotta talk. Hey, isn't it too early to say that? We're not entirely sure if a murderer is 100% guaranteed to be a Void member.
That's true.
His voice came fast today. It would be best if Emma explains it to us herself.
Listen.
Please tell us about your reason. There's no need to mind my presence, Miss Magarobi. Please speak as freely as you like.
What's he talking about?
I tip my hat to you.
Your abilities are far superior to those of Mr. Makinochi, so I put my trust in you.
Yeah, that does sound void related.
If he's commenting, you know that's the case. I love my husband, but he's a piece of shit.
He really just didn't let her just stare into space and be executed, I see.
You know, maybe he has more fun with it this way, and that's fine, but by me, to be honest.
It's also better for us.
Yeah, true. You may use the little time you have left in any way you want. Having kept silent since the end of the trial, Emma suddenly let out a deep breath and began talking.
Nothing big.
Ding ding ding, you were right.
I did it because I'm a void. Like you pointed out. That's all.
You're really doing your best to... well, I don't know what the heck being a void is really all about, but everyone else is just gonna hate voids even more after all, after this.
I shrug.
So, nothing...
To be honest, I only like 2 of the void. No, that's a lie. I like 3 of the voids. The other ones I'm kind of impassive about.
Just like Hajime was, I am Mikado's co-conspirator and ally too. I'm sorry if you expected something saintly from me.
Also, like, she's the fucking ultimate actress. Why are you surprised? Emma's beautiful face became contorted as she spoke. It looks surprisingly similar to Hajime's appearance in the last trial. And now we don't have anyone to read insight, considering Kokoro's dead.
Yep. Accidentally skipped the line. Void! See? I told you!
But the Voids, weren't they no longer willing to work with Mikado after he betrayed them?
Listen,
Oh, you're so funny.
Betrayed? Yes, Hajime died, and we weren't told that we would die for real either. From our perspective, it's true that Mikado betrayed us.
Then why? Why did you commit murder?
it cannot be helped.
It's too late for us to turn back. Us Voids, we cannot be saved even if we decide to abandon the plan at this point. If we antagonize Mikado and helped you escape this island, there would be nothing left for us. But you didn't have to go as far as to murder.
Yuki, did you hear a word she said?
I don't know about your motive, but we could have helped you get over it.
I don't understand.
It's not something that can be magically solved like that. You don't know anything about us. We have our own reasons for doing this.
Also,
Is that why you killed Kokoro? Was it to carry out Void's plan as a member of the group?
That's why.
Kokoro said Hajime's murder was coordinated in advance. You must have a goal that needs to be accomplished no matter what. Even if it means killing someone and risking execution.
Huh?
So, supposed to murder too.
How awkward.
That is one point that I find strange myself.
Well, do tell.
Yeah, he'll explain in a second, but I love this reaction at first, because it makes you look at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're in charge of this, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's such a cryptic I love my husband, he's a cryptic motherfucker. He phrases shit in such a way that's like, Mikado, what are you talking about? And he does it on purpose because he likes attention.
He really likes role-playing as a normal student here.
He's so funny, Rina, you know what I mean?
Man.
I love him so much. Anyway. I am certain Miss Mulgroby's turn was yet to come. She was not supposed to go next, is how this was supposed to be phrased. But I guess they thought that was too on the nose. In Kai's translation, this line more lines up with, she wasn't supposed to go next. Yeah.
What did you say?
Huh? What do you mean?
Allow me to explain.
I will give a brief explanation. Each of the 5 Voids has a responsibility to commit murder in order. I believe Mr. Makinochi mentioned this before. Of course, anyone else is welcome to kill. You may think of this as a safeguard against possible deadlocks. If only Voids commit murder, the other Voids with knowledge of the kill order would know the identity of the culprit long before the trial.
That's true.
Indeed.
Which means they would defend them in the trial with rebuttals. It would be like watching a mystery TV show after being spoiled on the ending. It would be neither fair nor entertaining. However, it is surely a great merit to know who is supposed to murder next.
again! It wasn't Emma's turn yet!
Well, that's not good.
I was perplexed after realizing who the culprit was. The occurrence of a non-Void murderer was within my expectations, but Void's muddling up the killing order? It would have been nice if I was informed of this in advance.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mikado. I messed up the reenactment.
You are forgiven.
No need to apologize, although you may not. You reenacted the case to a fine extent.
Reenactment.
Hehe.
Gotta keep that in the back of the mind, I guess.
Yeah.
Kokoro Mitsume. Because that woman got on my nerves. I had to kill her. Really? Because she tried... Huh?
Just wait.
Yeah.
I will go into the explanation of this after they're all done talking. I don't like how this. I'll go into it in a minute. I don't like how this is presented. That's just gonna be my bottom line. Like just going forward from here to the point of when they're done explaining. But yeah.
But you were really close with her. Why?
Alright.
Since I'm going to die soon, I'll tell you. It was when we were watching the twins' performance. What's the matter, Kokoro? The concert is still going on. Why did you want to have this talk all of a sudden? This is also for your own sake. I hope you understand. Emma, you have been encouraging me to join the rest of you for the past few days, correct? Right. Oh, do you feel like doing it at last? Well, I believe you can suppose so. But only under one condition. A condition? I have plans to cooperate and resolve the situation with the rest of you, if you decide to work with us, Emma. What do you mean by that? I don't know. Don't you understand? My condition is for you, as a member of Void, to stop working for your group and join us. What are you talking about? Me, a Void? I admit that you have done a great job, but acting won't work here. You cannot deceive me, Emma Magorobi. You are a Void. Don't worry. If I had intended to reveal your identity to everyone, I would have already done so. I know a few others who are quite likely to be in Void as well. Still, I am proposing this offer to you because you always approach me with a friendly attitude. I think you could be of great help to us. I hope you aren't considering attacking me. That would be an incredibly unwise decision. I'm not so imprudent as to talk one-on-one with a dangerous individual such as you. Besides, everyone will witness your crime even if you do succeed. I asked Teria Otori to act as my bodyguard for a few days ago. He should be watching us as we speak. If you're planning any tricks, give it up now. What do you want? Just as I said, come to our side. I'll tell everyone you're a Void and share any information you have about Void and Mikado Sanonji. Sanonji or Sanoji?
Sanoji.
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 Sanoji. We need the Void's information in order to work out the problem. In fact, I have a fairly convincing suspicion about Mikado Sanonji. If the Void's testimony backs it up, we may be able to escape this island. There are 2 more voids among us. If I become a traitor, you know what they will do. No need to be concerned. I believe I know who they are. If you choose to join us, I will make them follow you to join our side. That's easy for you to say. We voids have a reason to be committed to our plan, even as far as to resort to these dirty methods. I don't know how you managed to expose me, but I can't give up here, even if it's against you, Kokoro. Do you know our pain? Our suffering? If you know so much, why don't you try your almighty mind reading on me? At last, you expressed your honest feelings. What? For the last few days, Emma, you've consistently tried to get along with me. As the ultimate actress, you played a pure-hearted friend with a level of sincerity that even I couldn't doubt. Of course, your real purpose was to keep watch on me, someone who poses a threat to Void. Your overly perfect kindness, nothing but purity in your mind. I was able to deduce that you were a Void using these hints. But at the same time, I wanted to know how you truly felt. Regardless of your intent, you were the first to become this close to me. Kokoro! Only after pushing you this far, I do finally understand you. Which makes me want even more for you to work with us, Emma. Oh man.
Yeah.
But don't worry. Whether it's about your father or your adoptive parents, we'll do the best we can to help. What? I told you earlier, because you showed me your true feelings, I can understand you now. Naturally, when I read a defenseless person's mind, I can see their true feelings. The dark past, Void's motives, I saw all of it. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
That really is a mind-reading ability.
Yeah, she can read people. She's good at it.
You saw my... I apologize for doing it without your consent, but this was the only way to convince... Emma? No. This emotion is something twisted. No. Monstrous? Okay. No. I'll do whatever you say. I'll bring money. Just don't hurt me. Wait. Mr. Otori?
Shit.
That felt more in the heat of the moment, though.
I'll explain it in a minute.
That's...
Good grief.
I see. Miss Megurubi's old wound was carelessly torn open by Miss Mitsume. I don't like how this was phrased either, so I'm gonna interject. Basically, they go into the fact that she has PTSD. And that she, started the action based off of a trigger. Yeah, basically, Kokoro pried into, like, something that was very triggering for Emma. Emma reacted based on a trigger, and then went along with the rest of it to just finish the job at that point.
Yep.
So it's supposed to be a plead insanity case, really, but also not because of how long it went on. I don't really care for this case. I'm not gonna start. Anyway. What are you talking about?
You see.
Miss Megurubi has lived a terrible past, which she absolutely loathes to recall. I would say it's similar to psychological trauma.
Similar? It is.
It is. I know, again, I don't like this phrasing. It doesn't color it properly. The mere act of recalling is enough to cause her seizures, even in ideal circumstances. When combined with her complex feelings and the shock of from being exposed, Miss Macarobi couldn't control her emotional outburst anymore.
Certainly.
So again, basically, textbook, I was triggered and I did not control my actions because of I was in said trigger. That's basically boiled down to what he's talking about. But because it's how it's phrased, it just sounds worse. But anyway.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I'm here and know both translations. Anyway.
I was thinking how it's kind of similar to like Mondo's case in the first game.
Oh, okay.
In
Yeah,
terms
I
of,
didn't think about that, but yeah.
but it is definitely colored differently.
Yeah? Yeah.
So, it was an accidental murder then? Now I understand why Emma committed murder when it wasn't her turn.
I messed up.
I'm sorry, everyone. As Emma just said, the day after I woke up on this island, Kokoro gave me a personal request. She said she was going to focus completely on finding the voids. And was concerned about the other voids targeting her. So she told me to watch her from a close distance, and come to her aid in case something happened.
But she must have chosen you because you were the least likely to be a void.
The fucking... That's such a good soundbite, actually. God damn it, Nikkei. Wait a minute. Kokoro said that? She made a whole Fucking hell, come back, Nikkei voice. Where is it? She made a whole announcement to tell us that she wasn't going to care about the void whatsoever.
You see.
She said that in order to throw off the voids off her trail. She wasn't sure who was in void, so she pretended to be ignorant and worked in secret.
Then.
Kokoro really wanted to help us.
Yeah, she's a complicated case, but anyway. I couldn't save her. I was distracted by the concert and took my eyes off of her for just a second.
God damn it, Teria. But I cannot blame
Listen,
him.
I love my boy. He's as dumb as a bag of bricks, and he's easily distracted, and you literally can only give this man one task. One. And it cannot be a long-term task, or else he will not get it done.
Yay.
It has to cater to his strengths, or he's gonna fuck it up. I'm sorry, Teria, I love you a lot, but you are so stupid. You are so stupid, I say as I ruffle your hair and face. Stupid, dumb, giant man. I left Kokoro to get attacked and die right under my nose.
That's...
You don't have to feel responsible, Teria.
Shut up, Yuki.
No one would have expected a killer to attack her in a crowded place like that.
Yeah, and that would mean it's our fault too for doing the concert. If Kanata and I looked more closely at the audience, this wouldn't have...
The hell?
No, the audience was looking toward the stage. Why didn't the twins see anything?
I mean, God knows where they were standing.
I think they just got really into performing, is what the take is supposed to be here. And also Nikkei's just being a bitch, because that's what he does best.
Kanade always closes her eyes when playing the guitar. And
that's gutsy, coming from a fellow guitar player sitting right here.
And I can see very far when I'm focusing on communicating with people in the front rows.
Oh my god, okay.
I mean, it makes sense.
Stop it! Now isn't the time to blame yourself, everyone. We just got unlucky that all these bad things happened at once.
It cannot be helped.
It's already over. But I don't regret it. It was bound to happen someday.
After all, this is a curse ingrained in my memory. Even if Kokoro did not bring up my past, I would have never betrayed Void.
This is my resolve.
As a Void, I will put everything into the last hope we have.
Even if you die from it?
Even so.
Yes. Besides, I would be no better than a walking corpse if the plan fails.
You sure about that, Em? Do you really have no regrets? Big Sis has a gut feeling that you really did feel happy when you were with Coco, Em. Same when you were with us. Max said he enjoyed being around with us too.
Yes.
He's right. Void's only doing this because they were forced by some unknown reason. It's not too late. You can recompense for what you did later. Execution.
Shinji, she doesn't have time.
For now, don't you think we should work together to give that Mikado a big kick in the butt?
Good sentiment, but yeah, not enough time.
Not enough time.
Mikado, I'm done. Start my execution now.
Huh?
Is that really alright?
I don't think I can face you all any longer. If I stand here for another moment, I won't be able to remain a Void.
But
Emmy!
No one but Emma herself would ever know whether she was putting on an act or not. I could tell that she looked incredibly distressed at that time. Knowing that a classmate committed murder, hearing that she was a Void, troubled by mixed feelings, no one knew what to say. Instead, we merely stood, watching her.
Look.
I'll say one last thing. Shinji's plan, I don't think it was fundamentally in the wrong direction. If we had another way out, we wouldn't have agreed to this nasty plan. Hajime felt it too, and I did too. I'm sure that if we had met under different circumstances, we would have stayed as good friends. But while the plan is in action, all the process means nothing.
It cannot be helped.
No matter what you all do, the outcome is already set. Just how I'm about to die despite my struggles.
What did you say?
The outcome is already set?
That's why.
Even so, I will die as another sacrifice to the plan. You all should try working against it in whatever way you believe in. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
Are you seriously okay with that? It's your last chance. Can't you tell us something to strike back at Mikado with? At the very least?
Please stop that.
Your words are of no use. Like all other Voids, Miss Magarobi is already well aware of the state she is in. This is their only chance. They must put every bit of themselves in this plan.
say,
Just what is this plan you keep mentioning? Nothing any of you Voids say makes any sense.
Now then.
Well, it would not make much of a difference even if Miss Magarobi or I told our plan to everyone here. As Miss Magarobi said, the outcome is already set. Everything in here is only a step leading towards that outcome.
You're amazing.
In any case, I would like to show my respect for Miss Magarobi's towering intellect. Keeping calm in her current position isn't an easy task to do, Show respect to your intellect? I can see why Miss Magarobi enjoys these types of jokes.
I don't care! Just kill me already!
How
Alright, alright. I'm glad to have worked with such an outstanding person. It's almost a shame that I have to execute her myself. But are you certain about this? The subject of death is not something to be taken lightly, even more so than you think.
Careful now.
Only a few minutes left. You will be executed shortly after. Prepare to take in the full experience of the last moment of your life. The excitement in the crowd has waned by now. Must be time for your curtain call, the execution. Let us commence.
Oh boy, what's it gonna be?
It's, definitely not what I was expecting when I first saw it. I have prepared a special punishment for tonight's blackened, Miss Emma Magarobi, the ultimate actress.
I'm dying. Hold on. Don't start it yet. I think I'm scared.
Then shall we start? Excellent line delivery.
It's punishment time.
Oh, come on, Monocro. You can go a little harder than that. Love how he just hops on the button a little. He's so cute.
Harry Potter?
No, just wait. It's I will say, the creativity that went into this execution's pretty great, Lineage, but why? Why did you do this?
Why so serious?
The Emma in the Woods. Yeah, I can see already a lot of passion for movies was put into this.
Yeah, that's the point. I want to see how many references you can get, actually, because there's several.
Oh boy, I'm not that good with movies.
I'm not either. I have a list of them somewhere, but there's at least, like, 7 movie references in her execution. At least.
You really gotta chuck them all at her at once?
Yeah, her execution kind of sucks. Like, to go through, it's a bit much.
Death by zombie and serial killers and ghosts, I see. Okay.
Poor woman, you were never paid back for your efforts. Farewell, Miss Emma Magarobi. May her remains rest in peace.
Are there any left?
She is meat strewn across walls.
Yep.
No way.
Dear me, an excellent colleague, I must say. But you two were nothing more than a predictable, average being in the end.
How disgraceful.
Pleading for mercy at the very last moment? How utterly disgraceful.
How harsh.
Listen, he's such a... I want to squish his face. He's such a little shit.
Please, no more. How long do we need to keep doing this?
Damn it.
Well, great.
We done here? Can I leave now?
Shobai is unimpressed like always.
This man's desensitized. Literally nothing he sees here is gonna bug him. He's just gonna be like, right, I'm bored. Can I go? He's something.
Boy, oh boy. Hey, you! What gives you the right to act like that when you've contributed so little? I mean, he was one piece of evidence.
That's
Yeah, he was.
something.
Also, he's gonna contribute as little as possible if you guys actually do your legwork, at least in his eyes. You know?
Piss off.
Shouldn't you be used to it by now? Mind your own business.
But
Shobai, I don't care what you do, but aren't you indeed of a way to get out of this place too?
I can look after myself. Quit bothering me.
Well, that came out of left field, huh?
Now, that girl, Emma Magarobi, wasn't it? I heard her speaking. Something about the girl she offs? Kokoro Mitsume. I can't help but wonder. Shit. Her death might have been a greater loss than I thought.
The hell?
What the hell's he talking about?
Seriously?
He just left.
Congratulations.
My, what an eventful evening. Everyone, I must thank you for your hard work.
Man, with this line and this sprite, I just imagine him trying to shake everyone's hands.
I'm sorry, but he's literally... He's so cute. Like, he's the biggest little shit I've ever met, but he is so cute. Our numbers may dwindle, but we cannot let our spirit falter. Let's return to our daily lives, otherwise those weary looks of yours may frighten away the sparks of joy.
No good.
Off he goes, my beloved, goodbye, you will be missed. He's a spiteful person, even till the end. Second-class trial was over. The culprit of the second murder was executed. Regardless of who she really was, this was the death of a friend we had been living with for the past few days. Like in Hajime's case, this wasn't a feeling I could just push aside. And all that remained in the courtroom was an extremely unpleasant feeling. Even Setsuka and Shinji, who had been our pillars of strength, kept silent as if they had lost their energy.
Yep.
Yeah. Stop crying, Aroha! Guys, I don't know what to say, but we can't give up here.
Darn it.
Come on, Teria. Think. Man, what would they have said at a time like this? Damn it!
Yeah, this kind of isn't your role, honestly.
No, it really is not. It is not. It's not. He's trying so damn hard, but it's not his place. My boy.
Man.
Teria,
the amount of times you have lost hope in the first game.
And now, well, that's the fun part about like watching his character between game 1 and game 2. You get to see a role reversal on him or an attempt at one, and how he struggles to like deal with that. And it's actually kind of nice. It's almost refreshing because it's like, oh man, little lad has grown.
Yep. He sure has, in many ways.
He's so fucking tall now, I swear to God. Everyone.
For real?
Wow, I never thought I would see the day where I would agree with Mikado. Big sis? Ah.
Guys, snap out of it!
Huh?
Beaky?
What are you guys doing? Mopping around like this? We can't let this beat us. Even Mikado knew that.
You might not want to use him like that.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Now, let's hold our heads up and return to our daily lives. Or what? Do you want to stay up all night in this creepy class trial room, huh?
What are you saying?
What the heck? Did you suddenly get possessed by a spirit or something? Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of guilt right now. I'm indirectly responsible for both Jimmy's and Emmy's murders.
What?
Yeah, I am thinking too. The concert really wasn't a problem, girl. But I don't know what you're meaning with, like, Hajime's.
I do not know.
That's like over 10 corners, girl.
Yeah.
We threw the party that led to Rin dying because I was complaining all the time. And I also helped with the concert Suka planned where Koro was murdered.
Yeah, so? What? Are you gonna burst into tears again? How original.
Come on, dude, she's trying.
When I say, Rina, when I say this man is a little shit, I mean this man is a little shit. He cannot control himself. He will be a bitch at any opportunity. He will just be a bitch. He is just so... This man is my height. I could throttle him.
Would be fun to see.
Literally, he's a toothpick and he's my height. I will throttle him. Maybe behind Denny's knee cam would beat your ass.
Shut up, Nikki. And yeah, this is tough, but if I keep being peevish and whiny, then it will just happen for a third time.
She's growing out of her brat arc?
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Another murder will happen because of me.
Not at all. It's not your fault. Don't put the blame on yourself, you hear?
No, it's okay. I realized that I have to change when Suga cheered me up last time. And even more so, I don't want to be a burden to the rest of you.
Holy shit, character growth.
She's growing. She's growing. Out of her brat nonsense. Yay. Anyway. Well, how about that? How can anyone say no to such a heartwarming speech from Little Beaky?
Sure wonder what Kanade is thinking about this.
Anyway.
Who are you calling little, huh?
Oh, right.
You are short as shit. Don't even start.
Yeah, like...
Literally fucking tiny.
Right. What Emma said confirms my thoughts. The Voids are victims too. While we don't know about their goal, I do know that the bonds we made with them over the past few days were real. Whatever their plan is, they're only carrying it out because they have no other choice. So, if we can just keep finding another way to help them, we could solve everything. Yeah! That's it! Okay, time to find this other way. If we work together, we can save the Voids and ourselves. I, Shinji Kasei, promise you that I will never, ever give up.
Everyone.
Just don't die in the fourth chapter, Shinji. Beefy people have a way of dying then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They sure do. Seemed as if Hibiki pulled us out of the bleak moment we were in. If you think about it, wouldn't she be the person who changed the most coming to this island? The way you say that sounds like a death flag, anyway. After going through a series of events, Hibiki had now developed a mature attitude that moved everyone's hearts. With a few exceptions, of course. Like hell we will.
No, I think you are Void.
Yeah, you want to explain?
I
kind of want to know your thoughts, like, right now.
It less has to do with, like, logic and more just, like, he's being such a bitch.
He is always a bitch, though.
Yes. And honestly, this strong pessimism towards like the others and the Void acting together and all that would make sense if he was also a Void with like reasons and stuff.
That's true. And also, like, you gotta think, there's only 2 left on the cast because Mikado counts as 1.
Hmm.
And we've already gone through 2. So there are only 2 left among this group who are Void.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pin him as a 1. For now.
Interesting that you see him as 1, alright.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that just really caught me off guard.
So I guess the current suspects.
So who do you think the last one is then? If you are fully in your firm belief that Nikkei is 1, who do you think the other one is?
Kanade.
Really?
For now. I mean,
interesting. Okay.
I'm also not exactly sure. I didn't exactly saw Emma coming as a Void, just as a murderer.
Also, Emma's kind of like so flat that she's like you kind of just don't pay attention to her. If I'm gonna be honest, but yeah.
I mean, it could also, if the game is feeling really spicy, then maybe Shinji. That would be fun.
That would be interesting. Wow. Okay.
If Shinji were a Void, then it would be very fun. But you know.
Interesting. Okay. Alright.
I'm just going off the feeling of something is wrong with them right now.
Understandable. Have a good fucking day. Alright, let's keep going.
And right now, Shinji doesn't seem to have anything wrong with him. Setsuka also doesn't. Iroha is weird, but she also isn't really...
Iroha is... something.
No. I mean,
she also bleeds incompetence. So if she were 1, she'd be probably the most incompetent on that team, I would think.
Yeah, probably.
Because like Hajime wasn't bad. Emma, like she's intelligent, but like she didn't mean to start the murder, and then just went through with it because she already started it. Now, if we're thinking Nikkei's 1, yeah, he's pretty smart. Would need at least 2 brains on the team, and Mikado's already really smart too. Huh.
Yeah, and
like, very interesting.
Shobai would be like, if he was a Void, because that would be like, tell me something new.
I feel like Shobai would be too obvious, and also like, he doesn't seem interested in like anything that's going on.
Yeah.
So I feel like if he's involved with anything, that 1, it's not Void related, and 2, it's like a third party nonsense. It's like, you gotta think, can just 5 people really run this?
Not really.
And no, you'd need at least like a handful of others, wouldn't you? At least 1 or 3, something like that. Anyway.
I mean, it would be kind of spicy if Hibiki turned out to be a Void and Kanade didn't. That would be real spicy.
That's an interesting take. Anyway. Alright. Interesting. Alright. I am gonna bug you between each chapter, like, who do you think the Voids are? Because I want to see how well you suss them out.
Don't have too high expectations, alright? I'm not a mind reader.
I don't know, like, okay, fine, like, you did, I'll, like, alright. Okay, I see what you mean, because you weren't confident it was Hajime at first, and you weren't confident it was Emma, but, like, I believe in you. I think you can get the last 2.
Oh boy. Let's see. Maybe I'm just good at, yeah, maybe I'm just vaguely good at getting murders out, but not Voids.
I think you can get the last 2 before it gives it to you on screen. I think so.
Let's see, I guess.
What did you say?
What?
I'm out.
If you're going to be all buddy-buddy after this, be my guest, but I'm out. I'm going to do this by myself now.
Nikki, what's gotten into you all of a sudden?
What?
It's not all of a sudden. Didn't I tell you before the trial? Blindly trusting one another is just a recipe for disaster. We've tried it twice now. Both times ended the same way.
Fair.
Shinji said voids are victims too. But so what? That doesn't make them any less of a criminal. And we don't know when they're gonna come after us either. Well, you all have fun with that. If you want to still call them friends and whatnot, then be my guest. But keep me out of this, I'm done.
Are you for real?
Ah, yeah, I forgot about you. Yeah,
She's very forgettable, it's fine. I'm sorry, I really it's so obvious that I don't like her, but she's so forgettable to me. Sometimes I forget until she speaks, and I'm like, God damn it, I wish you were gone a bit longer.
I guess for the sake of, like, if they really wanted to go hard with, like, her and Sora as a ship, then her being a void would be fun. Otherwise, well, I would not choose her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but based on her writing and what's been shown so far, she's so incompetent.
So,
Like-
voids have to be competent, I see.
Okay, listen. I feel like there could at least be one incompetent, yeah, but I feel like Yoriko is so incompetent in ways that would be frustrating. Like, she's not a team player. She literally only cares about one thing. She doesn't ever fucking shut up. And, like, no. Like, how would you work with that? There's no. Okay, I'll shut up with my nonsense, but that's my take.
Alrighty.
What? You made all that effort to join our group and now you're throwing it all away just like that?
If so,
Are you hiding something from us? Could you be a void?
This is pointless.
Think whatever you want. It's just that I can't trust that your naive approach will work. From now on, I'm flying solo, like Shobai. Good luck with that strange Terria guy. Later.
Jeez. What's up with that guy? Why is he suddenly acting like that?
Wait,
Suddenly, no, Nick said so himself. Even before the murder, he already had some gripes with our situation.
Yeah, he kind of never shut up about it.
Because he doesn't, ever.
Yeah.
Nikke has this condition of never shutting the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes him entertaining, but he just never shuts up.
He can do whatever he wants. It's not like I wanted him with us.
Now you're
That said... Go ahead.
Now you're being kind of Sandra, but oh well.
She's always like that. That said, we should be going now.
now then.
Right, we'll think of what to do next when the morning comes. Roha, you feeling any better?
Yes, I'm sorry for the mess earlier.
Yuki,
Yuki, we should go. Yuki? My guy?
May
My
the Utsuro
dude?
stay away. May the Utsuro stay away. Just in case. May the Utsuro stay away. We do not need him.
Alright, sorry, that was funny.
I mean, I'm still thinking that all of this is some kind of weird-ass ritual to get Utsuro back, but yeah.
Interesting. What's wrong? You were spacing out.
Yu was a big fan of Emmy. I know how you feel, but try to cheer up for Emmy, okay?
It's not because of that.
sorry.
Uh-huh. Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry.
It was a little bit insensitive.
Yeah, just a touch.
Looks like a few people are still a bit shaken. It's understandable, though.
I promise it.
Staying positive will pay off in the long run, I promise you. So for now, let's bear this hardship together.
Okay, let's go up, Kanade.
Ah, I see. We finally get her reaction.
This isn't how Hibiki is supposed to be. What are you doing, Kanade? Are you gonna keep your big sis waiting? Let's go, come on!
I'm sorry.
Sorry, big sis. I'm coming.
Her moment of delight was cut short by Nikke, followed by a few others that looked tense and uneasy. Once again, our bonds had been pushed to the limit, with Kokoro and Emma's deaths. How would this affect our group? Only time would tell. Although we were all worried about the same problem, none chose to verbalize it. And we finally decided to get rest for the day. It's the night after the second-class trial. We'd all unanimously agreed to decide what to do tomorrow after some sleep. Emma, Lloyd. We don't have any clues about them. What is their objective? For what reason did they come up with a plan like this, and to carry it out? Continuously turning over in my mind questions I could never understand, descend into the abyss of the night. Notion of sleep. So, this is the Voids talking.
Ah. So random voices, whatever.
Yeah.
We have to be more careful from now on.
I'll do my best to look out for that thing you told me about. Be careful, act normal in Void, and don't let them find out.
Yes, I know.
Just count on Big Sis for everything.
Setsuka?
Setsuka.
Okay. Wait. Really?
So, is she a Void, or is she working with one of the Voids?
Welp.
"12 remain."
12.
Yeah. Damn. So in concludes chapter 2. I'm sorry, the timing of that. Yeah, it's save time.
Wee.
We reached the end of the chapter. It's probably going to say we can't do anymore because there's no translation for this part. Except that just means we're going to go to Kai's translation to keep going.
Yep.
Thank you, dub team. You're working really hard. You're doing great.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, dub team.
Bye-bye for now.
Alright. So yeah, it's going to take us back to the main screen.
Yep. Then I guess we'll end the chapter, the episode here.
Yeah. We'll come back with chapter 3.
Yep. See you in chapter 3 then.
Yeah, see you nerds later. Bye.
Bye.